Hey Tribe Sisters, Amy here with you got it, another aha moment. Today and yesterday I went walking with my dog, and this might not be quite what you're thinking by the post that I put at the top, but I was walking with my dog, and before I had left, it's cold here in Northern Virginia, ladies. It's January, and I looked at the weather and it said it was 9 degrees. Now, for those of you who live in a warm weather climate, that is incredibly frigid. And for those of you who live in like North Dakota or Maine or somewhere, that's probably a heat wave. But it's all relative. But here goes the story, and here goes the aha moment. Go with me. I took him for a walk, and we met up with a friend. And of course, I was bundled up like you normally would, whether the weather is 20 degrees or the weather is 9 degrees. And we started walking. We figured we'd walk for like 20 minutes and give the dog some exercise. Well, we started and we realized it was sunny and not windy, and it wasn't really that bad. And we walked for an hour and a half, and I felt great. And I came home, and today I woke up and I looked at my weather, which I don't typically do, but I looked at the weather and it said it was 5 degrees. And my husband looked at it and thought I was absolutely crazy, lunatic, to think that I would go walking. And I did. I put my clothes on and I went walking and took my dog for a walk. We went for about an hour. And I got back, and it really wasn't that bad. Again, it was sunny and not windy, so it was fine. But it got me to thinking, ladies, it's all relative. It's just a number. And how many times do we look at a number and assign a value to it? Let's put it in perspective. 5 degrees outside is pretty wicked cold. Wicked being the northerner in me, but very, very cold. And people would think 5 degrees is not a good thing, not something that they would really want to be involved in. But what happens if I lost 5 pounds? Now 5 is a much better number. And what if I had the ability to own 5 airplanes? Wow, now 5 is an awesome number. So 5 is very relative, and it depends on the value we put on it. Let's look at another number. Let's look at 2. If you were running a race and you came in second, you would be, oh man, I didn't really come in I wanted to come in first. Now, if you came in second and there's 2 people in the race, that would kind of suck. If you came in 2 and there were 10 people in the race, well, that looks a little better. But if you came in second and there were 10,000 people in the race, like a Boston Marathon or something, that would be amazing. You know, it's all relative. We put such importance on these numbers, ladies, whether it's the number that we come in a race, or it's the degrees outside, or it's the number on the scale, or it's the number that we lost. Whether we lost 5 pounds or we lost 25 pounds, the issue should be that we lost weight and we were going in the right direction, not the other direction. Size clothes. Whether we wear a size 10 or we wear a size 2, people get hung up on the number, or a large versus a small. You know, I think that we need to just take away those numbers and take away the importance of those numbers. Cholesterol. Oh my gosh. My cholesterol number, ladies, is through the roof. I think you're supposed to have a cholesterol number, help me here, under 100 or something, and mine's like 170. But if you look at my good cholesterol's off the charts. Just so happens that my bad cholesterol is a little high too. But then when you look at the ratio, my ratio is spot on. My ratio is perfect. So what number should I focus on? I did all the testing. I did a stress test, and I did phenomenal. They actually did a CAT scan of my heart to make sure there was no plaque buildup, because I've had high cholesterol for 30 years, and there was no buildup. So what number should I focus on? Should I focus on that really high LDL number? Should I focus on the really high HDL? Okay, bad cholesterol. Should I focus on the really high bad cholesterol? Should I focus on the really high good cholesterol? Should I focus on the ratio? That's absolutely perfect. You know, in 2018, I think that we should get rid of these numbers. I think that they put a stigma on us. I think that they can make us feel good momentarily, or they can make us feel bad for a long time. Let's look at a number for age. I hear people say all the time, you look great for 50. What does that mean for 50? You mean I look crappy for a 30-year-old? Or I look phenomenal for a 100-year-old? It's all relative. I feel great. I look great. Doesn't matter how old I am. So let's not get hung up on numbers, because numbers are relative, and it all depends on what perspective we put them in, or how we couch them, or how we're looking at them, as to whether or not it's a good number, as we call it, a good number or a bad number. In the end, it is just that, a number. So don't get hung up on it, ladies. There's a lot of other things that you should be focusing on, and the goodness in you, and it doesn't matter how old, how much you weigh, what your size clothing, or anything else, what number you've attached to it. Put a number on that makes you feel good and go from there. I'll talk to you later. Hope you're having a super duper fabulous day. See ya.